Hello and welcome to this review and overview of the Emini Trading Masters at Emini Trading Authority. In this video, I want to introduce to you the program, and I want you to pay attention because this program on its own can help push you, shape you, and provide you the information and provide you the strategies for you to push yourself to new levels of mastery of the markets, of mastery of trading, of mastery of E-mini trading, and of mastery of yourself. We're going to cover an overall plan. We all need an overall plan. We need these certain types of goals, and these goals need structure. And then we need to follow along that path towards the goal. And after we've accomplished that goal, we can always set new ones. But we need to set one goal and go for it to start. And then from there, once we set the goal, we can back engineer what we need. If we don't set the goal, then therefore we're going to kind of float out there. We're not going to be sure. We're not going to have direction. We're just going to be going around this direction or that direction by this whim, this idea, by whatever someone says on TV or some new system, and so on and so forth. So let's figure this out first. And then what we'll also do is start cracking the codes on the inner game. We're very good at the inner game, all right? And so what we want to do, in addition to learning the inner game, is combine that with different strategic approaches. Now we need an overall strategic approach and many different types of strategic approaches, but we also need exact trading strategies that give us an exact entry and exit point. And we have a ton of those that are very good. All right, so you may look at the products page. I don't know what will be up there or not. We'll look to roll out more and more of our systems and strategies over time. But the E-mini markets are huge, or just then, of course, on from there, the regular futures markets. And the opportunity is immense if you know how to approach the E-mini markets. The E-mini markets are very competitive, as you probably already know. If you kind of try to follow each tick and juke and jive of price action, boy, these marketplaces on average know how to juke and jive. And so if we set our minds or our hearts on one way or another, we can get tossed about and get our tails kicked. So what I like to do is to have no more kicking of tails of you, okay? I would like to see you start to kick the snot out of the E-mini markets. And you're going to have to change perspective, and you're going to have to become a little bit more aggressive. Now, I don't mean aggressive in terms of just entering just to be aggressive into positions, or taking on extra big position size because you're just being aggressive. No, I'm talking about the overall approach of winning, of beating the markets. There are different mental approaches one can take when trading the E-mini markets, and I'm mostly talking about day trading, okay, just to clarify. And so there are different mental approaches. You can go in as a hunter, okay? You can go in as you're in war, right? You're in a battle, you're in a fight. You can go in as if you're a competitive sport, or maybe even as a video game, although I don't know about the video game because it's just not reality, and it's something where you can just keep hitting the reset button or just starting a new game over and over with no cost to you. So I don't know about that one. Or you can take the business-like approach. What's the business-like approach? It's a very serious mindset. What's a business mind associated with being serious, and what is a serious mindset associated with not being emotional, okay? All right, or being of the set of emotions that look to accomplish tasks and don't indulge in certain sets of emotions that tend to not get you to complete your task. All right, now there are all sorts of different emotional setting approach we can use on purpose too for our advantage instead of our disadvantage, and we'll have to break those down over time. So ultimately, what I want to teach you to do is to become a super strategy trader. And so what is that? That's a trader who has so many good high probability strategies down pat to the point of mastery that he can use on command, like Kareem Abdul-Jabbar could use his skyhook, as I like to mention, or Michael Jordan can do his particular dance into a jump shot and have a high degree of accuracy. Speaking of basketball, and I like talking about basketball a lot because basketball is continually active, and you have a continuity of action between offense and defense. And you could argue that's something similar here in E-mini or E-mini day trading in particular. There are many different strategic approaches. We're going to go over all sorts, from trading 1-minute bars to 5-minute bars to trading micro swings, even to trading swings. We have so many great, powerful approaches. The bottom line is we want to turn you into a winning trader who has a strategy, who has an answer for what to do for every moment in price to maximize the profit opportunity at hand, to maximize the price action scenario at hand. And yes, of course, sometimes the most profitable thing we can do is nothing. But it's very difficult to identify when to do nothing and while not letting a good cash flow opportunity pass you by, unless you know a lot of strategies and a lot of patterns and ratios and cycles and all sorts of things like that, groupings, chart patterns, and then all of those things in combination with the bigger picture price action scenario of what's going on, and then even the bigger price action scenario on top of that of what's going on. So we can put all these things together, and then eventually you'll get them down pat. You don't have to really think about them too much. They become automatic, kind of like driving. So as you see in the logo here, what is this? You get strategies, mini courses. We teach you the inner game, the overall strategy, overall strategic approach. We develop the overall battle plan. We teach you how to master a strategy. We teach you the inner game, as I mentioned a few times, pitfalls to avoid. Have a plan of action for just about every market trading condition. There's a little error in that logo there. It says marketing. And learn how to become a super strategy trader. Okay, and we had the logo here corrected. So what will you receive? You'll receive on a monthly basis an action plan, the coaching, the education, the pitfalls to avoid, a strategy. And these are strategies that you'll likely see up on the website, sold maybe from 3 to 30 times the price that you would be getting that strategy as a member. And you get to access our treasure chest types of strategies. So we're going to put some good stuff. And also you get to access the new discoveries as we make those in real time. And you'll be able to ask us trading questions. You'll be able to let us know where you're stuck, and we very likely can solve that, help you solve that, okay? And so you can send that in, let us know, and then we'll actually look to solve that into content we can put in your membership. So that could be valuable. All right. Again, we want to push you to train you like a high level type of athlete, like a high level musician, to be this virtuoso that can just trade on command, trade on the fly, make money whenever you want, stay out of trouble, and have an ability to earn income, to grow an account, to maybe become ridiculously wealthy through your E-mini trading. But understand this, everyone must learn how to trade well. No one is born a good trader, as you can see from the various stories over time in the markets. Once you learn how to differentiate between the voice of the market and what's going on in terms of probability on paper, or rather on a computer screen these days, on a price chart in real time, once you can start to differentiate these things and then just start honing into the high probability event and simply executing those in a very simple or simplistic and business-like, methodical manner, then you can put yourself in a position for netting out profit and netting out profit and netting out profit. Now, what's a net profit? It's the revenue minus cost. It's your win versus your losses, right? We don't want to be waffling all around. We want to keep marching upwards in account growth, and then do the money management correctly so we can compound and grow our accounts in the proper pacing to hyper accelerated rates through smart compounding. So these are things we'll cover. And so now the next step is for you to get started, dive in. All right, check it out. First of all, such as savings versus buying these strategies individually, and the education and our experience teaching you how to crack the outer game code, the overall strategic code, having the overall life goal type of battle plan to aim for, at least your first one, and then having a vaster of very high probability trading strategies of our own creation. You can put yourself in this position to succeed, particularly as we drive you like these master musicians, virtuoso musicians. We drive you to that level of mastery, and I'm talking more so on the classical side. And so when you learn and then understand how to push yourself in a doable way to actually master a strategy, to get it down pat, to own it, then you add a mini superpower to yourself, a mini money-making superpower, a mini trading superpower to yourself, and you own that ability. You can use it on command. So this super strategy trader is this trader that has mastered so many strategies that they have an answer for everything. As I mentioned before, it's a high-level trader. It's a higher level trader than a systems trader, and it's basically a virtuoso trader. And there are these traders out there. They can do this. They're just phenomenal. I mean, it's mind-blowing. And so then, therefore, you can aim for this yourself. And we want to push this concept of mastery, of practice, of knowledge and understanding and coordinating with your inner game, so you get better and better and better over time. This membership could be one of the most valuable things you have ever done. So I would suggest you dive in and get started. And if you have any suggestions along the way, we're open to hear them in order to improve. So join us today.